Hello, everyone. My name is Priscilla Allen, and I am a certified health coach with Optavia. And I am really excited to be here with you along with three other moms to share about this incredible opportunity that's been given to you. Whether you are a client on our program or you've never heard about our program before, whoever has given you this video truly believes that you can benefit from this amazing program. So before we get sharing our stories of what Optavia has done for us, I want to give you a quick overview of who we are. So who is Optavia? Optavia is an incredible community of like-minded people wanting the same thing, a healthy, optimal lifestyle. We really focus on three things that can really change our lives, which is our healthy body, mind, and finances. So we teach these healthy habits to help people create lifelong transformation. And in this way, we are able to live our optimal lives. We are a group of like-minded people, like I said, just wanting to be the better versions of ourselves. So actually, one of the co-founders on our program, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, had an incredible vision. And he had a vision to help people really be the best they can be, like I said earlier, right? He is actually valedictorian. Oh, God. Okay, Michelle, just do it. Sorry, Emily, I can't do this. So
we'll just, what happened? Amazing.
I messed up Dr. Wayne's slide.
That's okay. What?
I did. So
Priscilla, you did amazing. That was amazing.
Okay, so we'll just continue and I'll cut here. I know how to snip the video.
Sure.
Okay. So our program was designed and created by an incredible doctor, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, who is actually the co-founder now of Optavia. He has an incredible resume, as you can see on our slide, was valedictorian of his class, trained in open heart surgery at the Cleveland Clinic, was the 10th board certified critical care physician in the nation in the early 1990s, has an incredible book that is actually one of New York's best time selling, books. And he has so many other things that has really created an incredible movement in the health industry. One of the things he mainly focused on was our trilogy wheel. Like I talked before, we talked about our healthy body, our healthy mind, and our healthy finances, correct? These three things have to be aligned to create an individual's optimal health or well-being, I guess you can say. Sometimes we think when we see someone have an incredible body, they are in their optimal health, right? However, these people can maybe be drowning in debt or have so much in their mind that is just weighing them down. So we focus on these three components to help people really find a clear vision of where they should be going throughout their life. The incredible part of our program is, although we like to focus on the healthy body, on the healthy mind and healthy finance part, the healthy body is actually another door where a lot of people come into this program and actually begin to see the changes and the improvements in their lives. Our program focuses on 4 key components that really allows people to create lifelong transformation for themselves. Many of the people that come in through this door are either looking to get healthy, whether they need to lose weight, especially moms, right? We have that baby weight that sometimes comes into play and we're looking to lose weight. And, some other people just want to get off weight-related medications. Other people want to sleep better. Other people want just better habits for themselves to create this lifestyle of health for themselves. So we focus on 4 key components that help people get to that point. The very first one is actually your free health coach. That is where you as a coach, if you were to decide to come into this, would play your part. We are literally that human element that partners with people to encourage them, to love them, to cheerlead them on, to just help them find that better place in their lives. And that is, where we come in as a coach. So that is the very first component that we share with people. The second one is actually the community. That is another layer of support that we offer people, correct? We sometimes think that we can do things alone, but as human beings, I believe with all my heart, we need a tribe and we need a community. So this bio network layer of support that we give clients is another phase that will allow people to really begin to change their life optimally. The third component is actually our habits of a health system. So this is where we actually have our book, Dr. A's Habits of Health book, which we call like the Bible of our program, which comes along with a workbook. And people begin to just journal their journey in. As they're journaling their journey, they begin to discover things about themselves, and they begin to, grow in ways that they hadn't seen before. And they're like, oh, I can improve here, I can improve there. So that is a beautiful component on our program. And then the last one is actually our fuelings. So our fuelings is the catalyst, or it is actually the tool that people will utilize to help them lose the weight. All of our meals are actually designed by doctors and food scientists to help people really go into a gentle state of fat burn or ketosis to really begin to lose the weight. And as they lose the weight, they're learning all these things through their Habits of Health system with a free coach and their community as well. So that is what our program consists of. I am a certified coach now with Optavia. I've been doing this for 2 years now. As you can see, when I just came, I did not come for the healthy body part of things, although you can see that I needed it after my 2 babies. But I came into this because I wanted to stay home and actually raise my daughter when I found out I was pregnant. I wanted to create and design this life around what mattered most to me, which was my baby first, Jaden, and now my second baby, Jackson. And what this program has allowed for me has been financial independence first and foremost. But second, it's allowed me to really see that I can grow in so many different ways, whether as a leader or, as a mother or as a friend. And I've been able to encourage and to love people. And so what this program has done for me has also caused a ripple effect to where now my family is getting healthy, and, my family is joining our mission to help America get healthy. But I think the most important part, what it's done for me is it's allowed me to stay home with my kids. And although I got an MBA, my master's in business, thinking I was going to go the corporate route and become a CEO of an organization one day, I decided to become the CEO of my business and create and design this life over what mattered most to me, which were my 2 beautiful babies you see in the middle. So the next person I want to introduce you to is my beautiful friend, Annika Relaford. Annika went and became a coach on our program, and she will go ahead and share the program or her story with you.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I am Annika Relaford. I am a certified independent health and wellness coach with Optavia. I am a mom, a wife, and now aspiring community builder, which I never knew that I wanted to be. So a little bit about me. I've worked in the medical field for over 10 years. And then we had our son, Jacob, and we were starting to get really torn, especially me, about dropping him off at daycare and not being able to spend the time with him that we really wanted. But like most of us, right, we needed money to pay bills. Unfortunately, one day our son became severely ill, and I had to stop working for over 5 months. That's really when Optavia came into my life. I had kind of had one of those moments where I was realizing that I wasn't living the life the way that I wanted to with my health, body, mentally, and financially. I was really in the most unhealthy state of my life at 35 years old. And it took a really rare disaster to happen to my son for me to see that. Being in the healthcare field, I had always wanted to help take care of others. And I had this moment where I thought, well, what if I could work on my own health and lead others to do the same? What if I could learn to do this on my own and stay home with our son, Jacob, and live a life of freedom and flexibility, something that I had never had but always dreamed of? This is what Optavia has done for us and so much more. I started program March 17th of 2017. And in as little as 2 weeks, I had lost over 13 pounds and I had gained my energy back. I was no longer wanting to take naps on the couch. My relationship started to improve. My energy was amazing. And I knew that I had to pay this forward. And that's when I started my coaching journey. And so really what happened with me was I was leading my health, leading with my health first, and others wanted to come and join me along the way. as little as 1.5 months of being a coach, I started replacing my full-time income, which I never dreamed in a million years was possible. And I was able to stay at home with my son and start living the life that I really wanted to. The time freedom, the financial freedom, all of that started to arise. And I really started to realize that the reason that I was so overweight was because of the financial and the mental weight that had built up over the years in pounds on my body. I had disliked my job. I was never respected for any of the amount of work that I was doing. I was stressed out to the max. My lifestyle, my relationships, the bills, all of that stuff was a direct representation of the physical weight that I was holding. And as the physical weight started to drop off, I started to dream again. And I started to dream with others. And now, in less than 1 year, I have tripled my full-time income. I have the time freedom to travel, to go spend time with my son, to pick him up at school every single day. No longer do I have to put him at a babysitter. I get to do whatever I want with him, go to baseball games, jiu-jitsu. We get to go travel and do the most amazing vacations together. Our medical bills are paid off. We're building our dream home, which never in a million years I thought was possible. And now I get to have a life that matters most to me and focus on the things that I want in life. And this is allowing me to actually help others by paying it forward and helping them obtain the life that they want to. It's been an amazing opportunity.
Wow, thank you so much for your story, Annika, and I truly love what this has done for you. And now I want to go ahead and introduce you all to my beautiful friend, Michelle Bamba, who's also a certified coach on our program.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Michelle Bamba, and I am an Optavia certified health coach. So I'm really excited to share what Optavia has brought into my life in as little as 2 years. You know, before finding Optavia, I was desperate for health in my life. After having a child, I found myself struggling to get back to the old me, like I know a lot of people do, and a lot of new moms. So after having a child, I tried a lot of things. I tried to get back into, a healthier lifestyle, and nothing seemed to work to really keep that motivation going. So I really gave up on everything. Once I started the program, my weight was quickly falling off. My energy just soared. Within as little as 5 weeks, I lost 22 pounds and 5 sizes. And I just quickly fell in love with what this program was doing to me physically. Little did I know that just wanting to lose a little bit of weight would really completely change the course of my family's life. With the success that I had many friends and family asking what was our secret, what were we doing to, help us gain that healthy body. And that's when we, started coaching and, just wanted to coach a few family and friends, not knowing what the possibilities of coaching was doing. And so, a little bit of background with our financial lives was before I began coaching, we both worked extremely hard. My husband had a very demanding job. He worked long hours as a 25-hour commute on top of that. I left my nursing career to get back into bartending just because, as a new mom, the hours just made more sense. But the problem is we never saw each other. By working nights, I also missed out on a lot of my son growing up. I missed out on bath time, on bedtime, just overall family time, and I was just miserable. I was miserable knowing that I was missing all those important factors and those important things that we go through as new moms. So we lived really comfortably financially, but really didn't have that extra, anything to really live that life that we wanted. But, as soon as we started coaching, we quickly found ourselves living more of an abundant life. We started helping people create health in their own lives. We found ourselves, really quickly matching our incomes and establishing that financial or that healthy finances part of this program. As little as in a month, we matched my bartending salary, which is incredible. I was able to go from working 5 nights a week down to 2 nights a week. I was able to start being involved in bath time and bedtime and like those little things that, matter so much to us as moms that I was missing out on my life. I was able to do that, as we started coaching, and it's been an absolute blessing in my life. Within 9 months of doing this, my husband was able to come home. He was able to be more of a dad. He was gone all day long. And it was one of those things that we just didn't live that life. Our son never saw us at family unit. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. It's tough. It's tough to raise a family, and it's tough to, have full-time jobs when you don't see each other, and then raising a child together. So, we are just so happy in what this has done for us. We thought it was just, we wanted to lose a little bit of weight. And, with that came so much more. We're able to travel now. We're able to put our son in sports and do things that we weren't able to do before because we didn't have that extra funds. But we're able to live just a healthier, happier life. And we're really living that life of abundance and living the life of really focusing around what matters most. So just know that this life is possible. And, I'm going to leave it with this, knowing that there is a life a lot bigger out there, and it could really happen if you really believe in it.
Thank you, Michelle. What an incredible story. Thank you for that. And last but not least, I want to introduce my friend, Emily Flores.
Hey, everyone. So as Priscilla said, my name is Emily Flores, and I'm a certified Optavia health coach as well. I live in Los Angeles, California with my husband and 2 sons, and I'm just really excited and honored to be able to share a little bit more about my story with you guys. So my journey began almost 5 years ago, and there are kind of a lot of moving parts to what was happening in my life at the time. So the first thing was that I was a brand new mom, and to be honest, I was kind of a mess. On one hand, I felt like Superwoman because I had just given birth, and as a female, I just felt like really powerful and amazing. But on the other hand, when I looked in the mirror, I just felt really disconnected from the person I saw. I didn't recognize that person anymore. And I had a huge conflict to feel both so strong and empowered, yet so disconnected from my own body. And I had never really felt like that in my whole life, or been that big. And, it weighed heavily on me. Everyone tells you, don't worry, you're going to lose all the weight from nursing. And it just wasn't happening for me. The second part of my reality at that time was that I was struggling with some postpartum depression, and every day I felt simultaneously super elated to have my baby, but at the same time I was crushed at the thought that maternity leave was ticking down, and there was going to come a point where I had to go back to work. And I just remember crying every single day and making zero effort to find a daycare for my baby because I just couldn't bear the thought of leaving him with a stranger. So 5 years ago, also, my career was not a health coach. I was a therapist. I had a very love-hate relationship with my career and my chosen profession. I loved helping my clients. I loved being of service to other people, but I kind of hated what my life had become. Even though I went to school for so long to be in this chosen profession, I just felt like a slave to my work phone, a slave to paperwork and other people's kind of desires and demands for what I should be doing. The expectations were super, they were just unreal and, quite frankly, unfair to anyone who also wants to have their own life outside of a job. And so this is kind of where a total transformation took place. And my husband and I actually did this program together. We each lost about 50 pounds. But I think bigger than that is that we were really learning, coming together in the kitchen. Our energy was higher than ever without coffee. Well, without as much coffee. There's always going to be coffee when you have children. But we just felt confident that, once our son starts running around, we're going to be able to keep up with him. And he was not even crawling yet, and we felt exhausted by parenthood. So we were excited at the idea of chasing him around a playground someday. But I think also huge was that we also felt like our depression was alleviated a bit, and we realized how much food had to do with our mental health. And this was huge. And I kind of realized at that point that I wasn't doing a diet program. And I really fell in love with Optavia more as a life program. And that was a huge shift for me. So I made the decision that I was going to try coaching other people just to see if maybe I could match my income in order to stay home. And guess what? It happened. And in about 6 weeks, I matched my full-time income. Obviously, results not typical. I had a huge fire. I was very focused, and I did whatever it took to make this happen. So I never went back. to work after maternity leave ended, I felt like I had bought back my life. The freedom was just like indescribable. I've worked since I was 14, and working for other people is all I ever knew. And this was just insane to me. I am super grateful to have best of both worlds now, because yes, get to be home with my, and now 2 boys, and be the mom that I really envisioned myself being my whole life. However, I still get to socialize with adults every day and still make people, just help people. And that's what I enjoyed in my former, career. So I make incredible income now, but I get to really build my life around what I want. And I think, I never could have imagined this in my former profession, making the kind of money that we do. But, as a woman, it's important to me to have that part of my identity aside from just being a mom. And so I feel like coaching has allowed me that kind of total satisfaction where I don't have to choose one or the other. So lastly, if you're listening right now, it's not an accident. I always say, someone sent this to you because you were on their heart, and there is a reason you're listening. And, maybe you connected with something I said or one of the other ladies, but I just hope that you will really think and connect and just maybe sit back and think about what sorts of freedoms this would allow you, and really stop limiting yourself with a fixed mindset of, oh, I'm too busy, or, oh, I make okay money already, whatever it is. Just dream a little bigger, and we'll all be here for you when you're ready. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily. That was pretty powerful. So what does living an abundant life mean to you? You heard incredible stories earlier today about moms that, were able to make their income practically immediately, moms that have been able to travel, building homes. What does living an abundant life mean to you? Is it staying home with your babies? Is it maybe traveling the world? Is it creating and designing your life around what matters most to you? What does that look like for you? I encourage you and I invite you to speak and to share with the person that sent you this video, and just share what story was a highlight for you or what you identified with the most, because this program, if you allow it to, will change your life the way it has changed the lives of Michelle, Annika, Emily, and myself. Thank you so much again for watching this video with us, and I hope that you reach out to the person who reached out to you first. Have a blessed day.